Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, yes, as the title suggests, Eric's Eric hit rock bottom again. Now, this isn't the first time that that's happened. Um, that stuff happened before I started watching. How you doing today, Spiderquake? How's your day so far going, or your night? This isn't the first time that that's happened, but not to sound like a dick, but at least he didn't kill anyone this time. Long day, Spiderquake. I'm glad you was able to jump on for a little bit. I appreciate you being here. So yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, good, Spider Quick. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here tonight. Yeah, today was a long day. Hmm. What you liked about it today, Spider Quick? Because I was struggling. So let me know what you liked about it. Yeah, Spider Quick. Yeah, they had some nice scenes. Um, can't remember what else happened. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I did that review before I started this live stream. Tonight, Black Man. How was your day? Hope you had a good day so far. So I was trying to think. I was like, what else happened? And Mike Quick says everything good, but Willow, Drew, Carly, and Olivia. That was practically like that was practically like half the episode. I mean, the Sunny and Dex stuff was cool. I don't know. I felt like this episode was disappointing. I mean, nothing really moved forward. How you doing tonight, Joshua? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a good day. Saying thank you, Black Man. I hope you had a good day. Felt like a lot really didn't move forward. Um, yeah, it was a good day, Black Man. I didn't get my latte that I wanted, and I couldn't think of anything else to get, so I wound up getting a hot chocolate. But other than that, it was good. How you doing tonight, Mel? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining Queen of the South. I'm doing pretty well. How you doing? I'm glad to hear that, Joshua. Glad you're doing good. I'm glad Mel, Queen of the South, everyone is here tonight. Spuddy Quick says the end of Cheese feels like Sunny and that the music said is all to me. Let me read that again. Spike Quick says the NFGH feels like Sunny and the music said it is all to me. What does that mean? My day was good, Mel. How was your day? My day was good. My day was good. Woke up early in the morning, got my day's review, watched days, and got everything done. I actually got another video I'm going to be putting out tonight. So, of course, Queen yourself, always appreciate you being here. So I'm always going to ask how you're doing because you're important. Spike Quick says the way Sunny and Valentine looked at each other. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, Spike Quick, he's gonna be Smith taking that offer. I mean, $1 million a ship, man. Medora's in the chat. How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight, Medora? Thank you for joining. Always a pleasure to see you. Like it's Sunny's end, yeah. Well, I mean, Spike Quick, I wouldn't blame him. Dude's been doing this for 20 something years. And apparently this isn't the first time he left. I didn't know that. feel like they need. I feel like they need to pick up the pace with GH. I watched all four. Watched all four shows today, and I felt like GH was like the worst one. And it wasn't even a bad episode, but compared to the other ones, I mean, hell, even BNB was better. I'm gonna watch the Young and Restless. Oh, okay. No, I'm actually 20 minutes into tomorrow's episode. Dolly's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Dolly? I am working on getting your name. Yeah, Spider-Quake is hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. This wonder if Rocco would go to Bridge party. I mean, Spider-Quake, I wonder if Rocco would be allowed to go to Bridge party. You know how that whole thing with Britt and Dante is. So it was a good day. I always appreciate doing these lives and just being here. Just talking to everyone. This is my favorite part of the day. Oh, Dolly, my day was good. My day was good. My day was definitely a lot better when I'm talking to everyone here. Um, like I was saying, this is like the best part of my day. Is seeing that they're doing this. Is doing this. Nikisha's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Nikisha? I heard that Rich is going to have a new engagement ring for Brooke or Taylor for Christmas, and RJ needs to come back. Mel, who's RJ played by? Who's the actor that played RJ the last time? Blackmon, I appreciate y'all being here. That that is, you know what I'm saying, like without a doubt, the best part of doing this is to be able to talk to everyone here. So I appreciate everyone being here, just talking and stuff like that. Spider Quick says any music on GH really makes me feel like stuff is about to get real. Hopefully it gets interesting. Let's get Makai. How you doing tonight? How was your day? Mel says RJ is rich. No. I know that, but I'm saying who was the actor that played Mel? I mean, who was the actor that played RJ? I'm only asking because I saw a picture of Ingo Rudemaker. Um, I think in Ridge and Brooks' home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Nikisha. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate I appreciate you being here, and I hope you feel better because Nikisha, the last couple of lives I've been all over the place with being sick and stuff. So I hope you feel better soon. Spider Quick says I wonder if a lot of your dramas behind it. Hopefully, I need this show to pick up. Valerie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yeah, no, definitely let me know now. Kenya says, "Good evening all." Or I just saw a 5-minute clip from Endgame where Cap thought he was the last one standing. Thanks, and then everyone shows up. Oh, Kenya, that I gotta sit there and say was probably one of the best parts in Endgame. I mean, that movie's good in general. Hey, I feel like I can watch. I forgot the first one. Infinity War, Infinity Stone. I think it's called Infinity War. I watch those movies all day. Kenya, I heard more characters supposed to show up during that part, but you know, they didn't for reasons. Like Deadpool was supposed to show up. Because doesn't do well. Look, I did enjoy my weekend. I did. I slept Saturday. I slept all Saturday. And it was relaxing, but I felt like I should have been doing something productive. Nobody says I wish B&B would bring back a few more characters. Yeah, Spider Quick, it was great. I loved it. Oh, okay. Okay, Nikisha, yeah. I used to actually drink a lot of tea in the morning. I used to drink a lot of tea in the mornings before I went to work. And now I just go get Starbucks. But that was my thing for a while. Okay, thank you, Spider Quick. I was wondering. I haven't watched it in so long. I so miss watching my Marvel shows. I'm gonna get to them though. I'm gonna get to them. Yeah, Kenya, it was. Both of those movies are great. That says the only storyline I love is Finn finding out that Sheila is alive. Yeah, Stellan stuff. Yeah, but you know what? No, you don't watch GH Star, right? And it says I'm on pins and needles for Secret Wars. Yeah, I I didn't catch up to all the shows though. I'm still behind on Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and that midnight whatever thing is called. I'm gonna get caught up though. I gotta get caught up because the Marvels is coming out, like with Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. Ellie says, "Okay, so I'm cracking up at Josh saying that would be a next time for Dex to be in her bed." Can't is that's what I said. Cam Who? That's hashtag poor Cam or hashtag Cam Who. Ellie says Secret was supposed to be a Marvel movie. All the cameos. Hmm. You know, Dolly, I was sitting wonder if they can pull it off, but after I saw um them bringing back Toby and Andrew, I'm I'm okay with it. I feel like they can probably do it. Now, what if Liam's mom comes back from the dead and she has breast cancer? What the? Okay. Try Quick says I heard the weirdest thing ever today. What is that? King says I'm over Josh and had to laugh out loud, but when she said she didn't need anything from Sonny, but apparently she did with his exactly. But you know, Kenya, Josh, Michael are just hypocrites at this point. Let's be honest. Dolly says I haven't been feeling this phase of Marvel shows. I'm just waiting for the X Men. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just Dolly, when it comes to the Marvel shows, I just have a blind spot. Like, what was that show? The Inhumans. I didn't think that was the most terrible thing I've ever saw. Let's put it that way. I really did. Um, I don't know. I guess I feel like Marvel could just do no wrong. Live action Marvel could just do no wrong. I just have it. I'm going to finish. Finish Stranger Things this week and start watching Wednesday. Start watching what GH. Right quick says you don't want to know. I hope it's a lie. Why don't you tell me what it is? Then we could just both hope it's a lie at the same time. How you doing tonight, Apple? Thank you for joining. I hope you had a great day. Oh yeah, no, yeah, happy without. I mean, Kenya, without a doubt, they're definitely hypocrites. They grew up on Sonny's money, on most of his money, and knew what he did, and they were totally fine with it. Um, Now says I heard that Kyle is Victor's biological son. Hope it's not true. Haven't they been doing that for like years? The cases I love in him is Rose. It was so good. Yeah, I did. I liked it. I did think that in the case I did think that the gifted was better, but I didn't think Inhumans was like the worst thing that they did. But also, I wasn't coming from it from a comic book perspective. So for me, it was a little bit different. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was the worst thing. So I enjoyed it for what it was. Dolly says I'm just a little biased because I started getting into comics because of the X Men. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dolly. I remember. Well, I remember watching the show on Fox, and that show just blew me away. And when I grew up and started getting into it, like looking behind it, there was so much stuff that like I felt like they had to like lucky that they were able to get past with Fox. You know, Spider-Man only threw 3 punches, and that cartoon, I think it was 3 or 5 punches in that throughout that entire series. Tracy Stevens is in chat. How you doing tonight? I hope it's what? Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty terrible. That's pretty terrible. Um, yeah, yeah, me too. Ethel says Kyle is not Victor's son. Hmm. Kenya says, "Oh, how you doing tonight, Crystal Williams? Thank you for joining. Eagle Fang is in the chat. Double C's in the chat. Me others, Tracy Steve. Now Kenya says I'm super feeling Britt and Austin too. That he got saddled with Maxie for a non-couple. They have great chemistry. His chemistry. I mean, it's crazy though. Roger comes to life opposite Kelly. I'm good, Eagle Fang. How you doing tonight? How's everything going in your world? Thank you for joining, by the way. Crystal Williams, I hope you had a good weekend as well. My weekend was good. I slept. I should have been working, or at least finishing up a million little things, but I swear next Saturday I'm gonna have to get like an espresso drink because I'm not I wanna get started on Cobra Kai so bad. But like every Saturday I just sleep and I hate it. I mean, I need it, but still. Eagle Fang says CHE episode was boring, but I'm liking that the writers finally seeing the Brit and Austin are a possibility. Yeah, Eagle Fang, when I watched it, I understand what people saw in it, but I was also just like, kind of too late though. I mean, unless they recast Brit, that's the only way I see anything working out. Dolly says I think I may be turning a little on Days of Our Lives Eric. Yeah, no, he definitely needs a night in jail. I do definitely needs a night in jail because he I mean he drove from a bar to another bar drunk. Yeah, he needs a night in jail. Like Rick says, I hope the boy was a kid and not a adult. By the way, if it's true, dude needs to go to jail. Yeah. Spike Quick, where did you? How do I sit there and say this? There was another dude that got caught. He was actually the head of PlayStation. I don't know if you saw it. He's on. He got caught by a guy named People versus Fred, and um, I think he was like the head of PlayStation. He got caught trying to meet some underage minors. So, Jakaris is in the chat. How's it going? How's your channel going, by the way, Jakaris? Shakira's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yeah, Double C. It was definitely a letdown. So that it was. Mel says it was. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. Deacon and Sheila, I feel like they're just on repeat at this point. I love those characters, but they didn't talk about anything interesting. They literally talked about the exact same things that they normally do. Angelique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Eagle Fang, I mean, hopefully. I mean, if they're gonna continue to break character, hopefully they do. Shauna's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Shauna? Um, man, I said Shakira's in the chat. Okay, I already saw GH. Um, Dolly says it just hit me how stupid it is that he spends most of his adult life as a priest, but swears he always wanted to be a dad. It's crazy when you. Yeah, it is. It's a little odd, right? Um, I don't know if I asked you, Dolly, but since you watched Days of Our Lives, what did you think of it today? Now, Kenya says Spencer's character is connected with three legacy families. That's true. That is true. I know I'm missing people in the chat. Oh, Spike Quick says this kid was on PlayStation told he saw that on Omega. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a different one that I'm thinking of. Mm. And Joshua says I agree with you about Tuesday. It was a good episode. Joshua says I agree with you about today's. Oh, yeah, it was. It was. I don't know why. I don't know why I read GH, but yeah, no, Lionel was good today. Lionel has been good for the most part. They definitely been picking up steam. Now, Dolly says I thought the episode was kind of medium. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, tell you the truth, Dolly, it was still better than GH. Spike Quick says that's some messed up crap, though. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It definitely is. Now says I'm upset that Eric is spiraling out of control like the last time. Drinking, yeah. Yeah, Mel, that's why I said, and I said it jokingly, but I was like, at least he didn't actually run somebody over. And maybe this is what he needs. I mean, not only did he hit EJ, but he literally put Sean on the ground. Like the dude definitely needs a timeout, a grown up timeout. Now, Jakar has got to record tonight, so I'm actually been studying all week. I'm losing touch. I'm losing touch out of things. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Jakaris? Becky D's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Nice. Okay. All right. All right, Becky D. Well, I appreciate you being here. Just even if you're listening. Ken says Carly is going to deliberately destroy her new relationship with Joe, straight up lying in his face. Yep. That is true. And you know what, Kenya? Her daughter isn't doing much better. Shikara says, should I watch YNR or Days first? I was thinking say watch Days first and then YNR. Right quick says, look, Willow needs to tell people. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, Spike Quick, I'm so done with the constant lying and I'm over it. Monique is in the chat. Carly wants Drew to be the Jason that forgives her for everything and takes her crap just like Jason did. Yep. Monique, she is in for woo, a rude awakening. Now, Jakar says, I mean to say that I haven't been doing Days Twitter space that much. Well, I mean, Jakar, I know you just did, I know you're just starting to do reviews on, I know you're just starting to do YouTube, but do you have more fun doing YouTube or do you have more fun doing Twitter space? Daniel says, oh yeah, GH, when did Olivia become so close friends with Robert? I mean, she hijacked Kate's role in the show. Kenya, I think the real question is, when did Olivia start to become irrelevant? Angelique says, I did a test short on my channel today. I need to set it up better. You did a test shot. So Angelique, how's the phone working? Like, are you able to sit there? I look funny. What do you mean by that? Like, I mean, like the phone works and stuff like that? Like, oh, Chikara, you have more fun on YouTube. Okay. I mean, Chikara, I don't really know much about Twitter space. I really don't. But I know a lot about YouTube, or as much as humanly possible. I don't know, I guess I would sit there and say, just stick with YouTube for a little bit, you know? Billy says, I erase off of G's a little. Are there any storylines picking up? Nope, Dolly, not really. I can't even sit there and say, "Oh, what's good, Sierra? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining." Yeah, I really can't say, Dolly. I like I said today, Cheech was at the bottom. Grams TV's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Grams. I mean, it's possible. Um, he doesn't have the tolerance that he used to have. To be fair, I'm not exactly. I don't have a high tolerance either. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely seemed like he got way more drunker than he should. Let me take that back. Sierra says, okay. Um, Mel says it was a slap in the face with Eric. Said, oh yeah, no, it definitely was. No, that's what I said. Dude needs a grown up timeout. Angelique, Angelique says I use the phone. I just gotta make sure to speak up on a mic and get better camera shots. Yeah, I mean, Angelique, after a while, I used to do the same thing. Like I said, Angelique, if I can sit there and give you two tips, is one to have fun, and two, just to be honest. Oh, and three, expect criticism. As long as you can do those three, you're golden. Now, Shauna says while Brooke and Holt was judging Taylor, I can't wait till they find out Daddy D sleeping with the enemy. And just more people. Oh yeah, no, definitely Graham TV. I'm like, yo, you need a timeout, like a night in jail. To be honest, the fact that he's not going to jail for assaulting a cop, you is getting off lucky, to be honest. Angelique, you're going to be fine. And when you do your first video, let me know because I'm going to support it. I'm gonna promote you on my channel. Dolly says I wonder if Days is going to have Eric Foley's spot. You know, Dolly, I hope so because it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting if that happens. Like they're talking on my mouth phone. Yeah, no, definitely, Angelique. Like I said, Jakar's just there doing reviews on YouTube, so and I'm gonna support him. I'm pretty much gonna support any person that's there doing stuff because everyone here supports me. So it goes without saying. But yeah, no, Dolly, it'll be interesting. Now, Dolly says maybe they will do a depression storyline with Eric. That could work. He had a stressful few years. Yeah, I mean, Dolly, I don't think they're gonna go on a level of depression that they're doing with Chelsea on Y&R, but they're definitely gonna do something. And it'll be good. It'll give the character more range. It's kind of odd, Dolly, because I did enjoy him as Lucky, but I'm enjoying him as Eric a lot more. Now Mel says EJ has a way with his charm when telling Nicole that it's Eric's fault losing the baby and you need you but no, yeah. Well, I mean, Mel, he was just being honest, and I can't blame him for that. Monique says can't wait to see Josh explain her. Oh, yeah. Monique, I mean, I can't wait until Cam gives her a bit of the smoke though. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Monique, I feel like it's definitely more Jason and Carly. Apple says when does Shakara start the channel? Um, Apple, he already started his channel. He already started his channel. I know that he has two reviews up there, so definitely check him out. He does General Hospital, and he does Days of Our Lives. So definitely support him. And it seems that Angelique is going to be starting her own channel too. So I am genuinely happy to hear that. I really am. Buddy Quick says, "Who's the most delusional character on GH?" And I already know you. Well, yeah. Come on, Buddy Quick, you already know that it starts with an N. Buddy Quick says, "Josh is all mad that Sunny cheated, but exactly." Good point, Spider Quake. Once again, she's proven to be even more of a hypocrite. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, no, FY, I'm ecstatic. Mel says it was cold hearted of Kristen to be Susan Banks to go to see EJ. Well, yeah, I mean, Mel, that wasn't even she just wanted Brady to see her in a different light. I'll be honest. Um, I was actually surprised. Dolly says, "You leave my homegirl Nina alone." Uh, Dolly, I do give her props, and I do defend her when I feel like it's necessary. It's just been a while. It's been a while. Double C is more challenge people stars. Yes, that's Double C. Definitely. I'm here for it. Sierra says Anina is really oh, well, yeah. Um, Angelique says, "Hey, they just announced Kristen just passed away today." Oh wow! It took me a second. I was like, wow, that's sad. Monique says Ashley, Nikki, and Phyllis and Josh all live in a glass house. How dare they talk about my past mistakes, but when they do then it's yeah, exactly. Exactly, Monique. I'm like the three wicked witches of the West. And honestly tell you the truth, I think that Phyllis might actually be the worst one. Or at least she's just coming across as the most annoying one. Sia says, I hope they give Cam time to shine and when he does break out with Josh. He needs better scenes. He's been he's been doing a good job. Um I will say that much. That's why Quick says I wonder if someone's gonna give you that money today. Well, I mean, I don't like Spider Quick. I don't like to sit there and like e-beg and stuff like that. Like, I don't like being one of those. I don't like being one of those YouTubers. That's just so. I can't stand that. Um, I mean, if people donate, that's cool, but I'm not gonna be like, not doing that. Dolly says, I just saw that pop up on my feed today. Yeah, Dolly. Jason David Frank, you got Kai Hope. So characters just. Oh, yeah, she is. DC is in the chat. The legendary, the one and only DC Soap Sanctuary is in the chat tonight. Well, that's exactly. I think that goes without saying. Let's say what's up to DC. Um, yeah, it's been a hot minute. When I saw his picture, I was like, whoa. I know I had a long day, but do I see DC Sanctuary up in there? You know, I just actually found another soap opera commentary. She does. I don't know if anyone know her. She does Y&R reviews. I forget what her name is called, but she does Y&R reviews. Mel says Thomas is so delusional. If Ridge went, we'll be back with Taylor, but we'll. I'm not gonna lie. Mel, Thomas is making me crack up today. Angelique, who's the actor that's playing Jeremy Starks? It, did anyone peep the fact that Kyle tried to put on his big boy pants and walk up to Jeremy and be like, I'm gonna say this one time. You're gonna leave Diane alone. Or else what? Tracy, I'm actually just having soup. I'm just actually having soup tonight. I didn't actually feel like having ice cream tonight. I don't know why, but I think I didn't want to sit there and eat anything that had too much sugar in it. No, that wasn't it. I just think I wasn't in the mood to actually have ice cream today. Which is kind of a shame because I usually have ice cream. And it's kind of weird me not actually there was a reason why I didn't have ice cream today. She says, Albert, what do you think of Miss Wu was on GH last week? No, it was good. It was good. It was good. What did you think of Holly last what did you think of Holly last scene? Yeah, Tracy, oh, we make gum early. Oh, okay. It's weird because when I was eating my ice cream, I felt like I wasn't really that present in the chat. Like, that ice cream was so good. Um, and I felt like it took me out like wise in the chat. So I was like, let's just kind of focus more on the chat a little bit. DC says Holly to me still falls flat, honestly, but they finally gave Miss Wu something to do, so I'll take it. Yeah. Spike Quick says I never had soup ever. Really? Like not even chicken soup or anything? Kenya says I heard the Hope Killer is supposed to strike on the 16th, and Rory might be the next casualty. I'm okay with that. Thank you, Tracy Steves. I appreciate that. I think you're the best because you've been here for a hot minute and you just are very supportive, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate you being here, Tracy Steves, and I appreciate you saying that. Mel says Kyle's so stupid to step up to Jeremy Starks like that, and he does not know exactly. Not even just that. Mel, what is Kyle like 130 something like that? Like Jeremy would pick this man up by like one hand and toss him somewhere. Spider Quake says, "No, I'm a picky." Very interesting, Spider Quake, because I'm a picky eater also. Monique says next scene on GH will probably be Britt reflecting on her past, D's and sexual relations with men, how she got to where she is. Eater, eater, not eater. Sierra says they barely show Rory. I don't know why is he there. Sierra, I don't even know why Olivia's there. Thank you, Nikisha. I appreciate that. I try to be. I want to sit there and try to do something a little bit different because I know the chat and everything like that is growing. And I know I'm not going to always be able to get to every single comment as much as I love to try to. So I figure I try to do a blend of talking to people and just talking in general and reading the chat from, not time to time, but no, I appreciate you saying that, Nikisha. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. It's always nice to see you in the chat and in the comment section. DC says, I saw the actor who plays Chase in the Hallmark movies. Makes sense why we see him in every full. Oh, Chase. Yeah, yeah, DC. James was sitting there talking about he was in another holiday movie. Hippie's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Hippie? It's always great to see you. Very quick says, if I wasn't NGH, I'd go to. Yes. Very quick. That sounds like it's going to be a hell of a party. And how you doing tonight, Hippie? Mel says Diane looked crazy, screaming, and she was sitting there Calm as a cucumber. Yeah, just smiling, and then here comes Kyle screaming to Phyllis, but she's still being yeah. Sierra says Olivia become very irrelevant. No, Sierra, there's no I'm sorry. You are 100% right. This is it. Thank you, DC. Thank you. I try. I really do try. Now, Epha says Olivia has always been irrelevant. DC says, so I gotta ask, what did you think of the turkey running around? You know, I'm like, let me get this straight. Y'all a bunch of grown ass adults. You got the chicken just running around the house, just messing up everything. Y'all cool with that? I mean, I get it was supposed to be a funny scene, but I'm like, this is kind of dumb. Now Monique says, let's say Carly tells Willow the truth about Nina being her mom. What will Carly say? I did it to protect you from you, my grandson, and my son. You deserve a better mother than Nina. I did it for you. Yeah, that seems about right. Monique, you practically just wrote the script for Carly at this point. Lisa says, guys, Olivia is a new quarterman matriarchy. And of course, Ethel disagrees. And she says, I don't mind if Olivia gets hooked. I miss the Olivia that went after Duke. Mm-hmm. DC says, I feel like the DH production could be better spent their money than train turkeys running around the quartermain. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm cool with levity, and I'm cool with like, you know, whatever. But I just felt like it was kind of dumb. I mean, the sad thing is, I felt like when I was watching it, they did better holiday. They did better holiday episodes back in the early 2000s. They did much better holiday episodes. This definitely felt flat. Mel says, "Do you think Jeremy Stark will kidnap Diane or Harrison?" No, I would sit there and say Harrison. What's the point of kidnapping Diane? He spent years in jail just to go after Diane. Nah, that's kind of weak. Although I'm not, you know, I'm not supporting that idea, but I just feel like it would be much more interesting. And then we can all sit there and point the finger at the three wicked witches of the West. Angelique says yes. Do you think Carly will get off the hook for this? That's a good question. Apple says she can go back to business. Now DC says the Holly storyline was cool and all, but the conclusion of that still doesn't tell us what happened to Luke. Yeah, you're right, DC. It doesn't. Now Dolly says I feel like the hook needs to put in some more R's and G's. They can stand to trim. Dolly, that'll be my forever argument with this show is that they have to. Well, oddly today they didn't really show that many people, so that was cool. Angelique said Jeremy Stark probably end up taking Summer. Oh no, I feel like Angelique. I feel like if they take Harrison, then Summer can really go in on Phyllis. DC says, so I realized that when watching YNR that Nate was originally supposed to be paired up with Amani, but when she and Amanda left the show, they took Nate in another direction to now be paired with Victoria. Nick says Cam is going to be the next hook killer victim according to the rumors. Oof. You know what, Monique? I'm honestly okay with that. I mean, I don't dislike Cam. I really don't. But I just like, eh, you can stay or go. I mean, you got Dex. I mean, do you really need Cam at this point? Let's just be honest in the chat, okay? If we got this love triangle going on between Dex and Cam, do we really need Cam at this point? Now, Nikisha says, I think Willow and Michael won't be mad at Carly. They will understand because of how often he is. unless Willow dies. DC says, I don't get why Elena is back in General City. Nate deserves a real woman by her side. Every time I see her, I get upset. DC, you're my guy, but I 100% disagree with that. Jonathan is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Jonathan? I was thinking about you today. I was like, I hope my guy Jonathan shows up in the chat tonight. It's always good to sit there and see you. Blackma says, hell no, Jocelyn definitely goes with Dax. Yeah. Mel says it's sad that Phyllis will sleep with Jeremy Starks because Jack is upset with Phyllis. I wonder who said that. Is it now? Is it one of those channels where like the accents are like they're like foreign accents or whatever? Because you got to take those sites with a grain of salt. Sean says, I never saw Sonny bow down. Albert is 10 million to shipment. Yeah. That's a never saw Sonny bow down. Albert is 10 million to shipment. Yeah. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. She says, I think I need Phyllis to get a job and not take the fake one Now Johnson said, what did you think of Eric's scenes? Jonathan, I actually enjoyed him. I really did. Because Eric is hitting rock bottom, and I just feel like I don't know, I'm enjoying his range and everything like that he's doing. What about you, Jonathan? Yeah, DC, you know how clickbait like there's no tomorrow. Funny, I do a thumbnail. That's kind of crazy. That's a little clickbait, and people are like, oh, you're clickbaiting. Yet you got these channels running around like Apple says the actor that plays Cam is recurring. That's why he's not going to be with Josh anymore. Okay. I mean, I'm cool with him not being on the show at all anymore. I mean, I don't have a problem with Cam, but I maybe get more Dex and less Cam. How about that? Let's just take him off the show in general. Black Monsters, I think Thomas will sleep with Brooke. Black Mom, what was that going to be like? Hate sex or something? Now, Dolly says I was watching some OGH clips the other day, and now I'm wishing they would trade you for. It's actually like Jackson Carly back in the day. Yeah, they were interesting, Dolly. I mean, Jackson takes some of the crap that Carly did to Sonny. Monique says Sally wants a safe, nice version of love. When love is sunshine and roses, that's why she gets with Nick. Where Adam is pain, excitement, joy, and all. Yeah, that's. Oh, we got a new character. We got a new. Let's say a new character. New. Dolores. Weeping Willow needs to start thinking like a mom and not a bitter Betty. She needs a donor. Heck, hence keeping a secret won't help. I agree with that. Dolores L. And what is going on there? Let's everyone say let's everyone say hello to Dolores L. Because you're actually new in the chat. Yeah, Kenya, I agree with that too. Sierra says we need to remove quite a few people from GH Cam, Rory, Olivia, Jordan, Push, just name a few. Sierra, you're probably right about most of them. But I think I want to keep Portia because Portia looks good. Selfishly, I want to keep her on the show because she looks good. And she needs to be exposed. Now, DC says, I love Thomas, but I feel like CPS call was unnecessary, like your parents were already together at that point. Yeah, but was it really going to stick though? Now, so Sally is sick and nasty, sleeping with Adam and Nick, and it's messing up. Telling Adam, I want you to. Yeah, I did not understand. Okay. So Nikisha was sitting there telling me about this whole breakup sex, and I'm just like, what? I'm watching tomorrow's episode, and she wants to sit there. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you. Yes, we got 23 people. We got 17 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help me out with the algorithm. It really actually does. Um, Thank you, Angelique. Oh, and no soda too. Sierra says, haha, Portia does need to be exposed, but after that, what's left? Also, Brooklyn can go with herself herself. Yep. Sierra also says over Brooklyn and Chase. I think most of the people in the stream are probably over them. Oh, Dora says, I do love my soaps. GH is my longest one, about 43 years now. Dolores L, what other soap operas do you watch besides GH? Yeah, actually we got 19 so far likes. Monique says, I hope Jeremy kidnaps Summer and Kyle and Harrison so Phyllis will see just how painful, how her plan to get revenge on Diane isn't worth it. You know, Monique, I don't know about that many people, but I am looking forward to seeing the stupid look on her face. I will sit there and say that. Thank you, Kanye. Thank you so much. Thank you for just saying that. Wow, 22 and 21 likes. That's what's up. But Dolores says I watched Days of Wise and YNR. Okay. Dolores, did you see it today? Did you see? Okay, what did you thought of Days of Our Lives and YNR, Dolores? DC says I'm honestly surprised with Brooklyn because I figured with her going on the run with Peter August baby that she would have grown up, not still be manipulating Chase. You know, DC, you would think that, but I feel like they need a certain level of drama. Even if it's stupid, they still need it, if that makes sense. Now, DC says, I just keep loving Diane every day as time goes on. She's one of my favorites on YNR. DC, why is she your favorite on YNR? I feel like she was overacting in today's episode with the whole heavy breathing and constantly holding. Um, it was just, it was over the top. Hmm. Now, Jonathan says, one of these days, Albert, you be so popular, your subscriber will be over 9,000. You know, I like to sit there and big. I like to sit there and dream big, Jonathan. So, thank you for putting that positive energy. And Monique says I would question Valentine too about that deal. Sonny doesn't know the people Valentine is working for. It's too good to be true, and it's not a good thing. Yeah, that's true, Monique. I mean, 10 million a shipment. I mean, what do they got in there? Plutonium? What do they got? Nuclear weapons? Like, what do they have in there? Very good point, Monique. And I probably would just be stupid and just agree. Thank you, Blackmon. I appreciate that. Honestly, tell you, I honestly feel like I have the best subscribers. Period. Point blank. Out of all, anyone's subscribers, I have the best ones. Like hands down. Um, Apple says Diane was having a panic attack, and you, which if you saw, yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, Apple. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I do have my points where I can be a little bit too harsh. DC says it's so weird watching Valentine working with Sunny, even though I know it's the same show. I feel like the Cassidines and the Carentals are two different universes from GH. I can see that. Um, Hippie just has a smiley face. Mel says Adam needs to get back with Chelsea and his family. I love them as a couple, and Adam will always Jessica Dora. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Jessica, I'm gonna sit there and say this again. Happy birthday. I don't know if you saw Jessica. I don't know if you saw my post on the community tab, but I did wish you a happy birthday a couple of days ago. So I don't know if you saw that, but that was when I said happy birthday, it was towards you. I just couldn't get your last name. And he says already. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. Thank you for putting that positive energy out there. My God, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for being here, Kenya. I appreciate you being here. Exactly. Let's wish everyone. Yes, happy late birthday to Jessica. Dora, right? I'm going to call you Jessica because I don't want to screw up your name again. I have a well. I think at this point, everyone in the chat knows that I have this tendency. You can ask Dolly. I have this tendency of really screwing up people's names. Jessica, you had a good birthday? Eroy. Deora. Deora. Really? Deora? Okay, thank you, Dolly. Thank you. Thank you. See, Dolly is just is really cool. You know, very very understanding. So thank you, Dolly. Now, Dolores G says, I agree. Billy is all over Chelsea. He has a hair oil complex so bad, but I feel that some things he's been wanting to do for a while. Hmm. Double C says, much you willing to bet that Sally will end up knocked him? Yeah. Fishy said, I'll be butchering people's names all the Yeah. I try not to. I really do. And I'm very grateful for the people that do come back, even when I mispronounce your names. So thank you, everyone. And Jakara says Stephanie knows she likes chat. Stop lying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That whole thing is just a mess. I mean, it's a fun mess, but it's a mess, though. Yeah, you know, we got the honorable DC Soap Sanctuary in the chat. So DC says maybe it will be a who daddy with Sally baby if she gets back. DC, do you know how Victor is probably going to blow a gasket? My guy, he's going to be so livid. Lisa's in the chat. What will happen if Victor finds out Sally is? Yeah, Lisa. Like I said, he's going to be livid. He calls her the dressmaker and the spectral woman. He clearly has no respect for her whatsoever. So yeah, DC says Sally needs a new man, baby. She's set for life. Yeah, she would. Um, DC says I'm sure to check out the channel. Yeah, yeah, DC. I was gonna stand say yeah. Yeah, Jakara's got a channel on YouTube making reviews on GH and Days. So Lisa says he's also likely to sue for custody. Who, Victor? Victor or Adam? Who's gonna be sued for custody? Now Jessica says, Abby, what do you think of the Joss Dex Sunny showdown? You know, it wasn't terrible. I just, honestly tell you the truth, Jessica, I felt like it was a little cheap. It's like, yeah, he got upset. He got upset. that Joss is involved, but it wasn't upset enough to sit there and cut ties with him. Like, yo, you need to leave the organization. It's like, no, I'm upset with you, but we can talk about that later on. Like it felt like it was. That's how I felt. Underwhelming. What about you, Jessica? Um, I mean, Lisa, that'll be interesting. I wonder what grounds he would actually have for suing for custody. I know he's definitely going to blow a gasket. I know that much. Um, so that'll be fun. Now Monique says Billy needs and wants Chelsea to need him. If Chelsea decides that she does not need Billy, what will Billy do? Yeah, Monique, I do agree. He is definitely going over the top. And even Chelsea was like, I can't depend on you all the time, which she was right. Billy's definitely doing too much. Dolores D says, I feel like GH is heading back into the olden days of adventures such as when the Ice Princess could freeze the city. I mean, they didn't do it in today's episode, but hopefully that's the direction that they're going in. DC says, what do you think of the Holly backstory with the supposed sister of her getting killed by Victor and working with. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I don't know. I'm crazy about Holly. Um, DC, I felt like with the whole Holly storyline, I felt like they did the best that they could, given her health and everything like that. But, killing somebody off screen just to sit there and, like, oh, I'm for real. And you know what? To be honest, it feels like it's still leaving with more questions than answers. Thank you again, Angelique. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Dolores says Holly always had a sister, but I don't believe we saw much of her in the past. I remember the olden days and she was never on there. Yeah, I mean, well, granted, that was before I started watching this. I mean, like I said, now hopefully she gets better and we can sit there and finish it. I think that's the best way to go about it. Now, Sierra says Sunny and Dex was very underwhelming today. Yeah, they were. They were. I, I mean, it was literally the weakest of the four. Shauna says yes, GH 18. DC says Holly Starline felt rushed and anticlimactic for me. I feel Days knows how to properly use their vets and keep their interests. Yeah, DC. I mean, but that's the thing. Well, you know what, DC. What do you think about YNR as far as how to use their vets? Do you think that they do a good job or not really? Now says it was loving. It was a loving moment with Tucker and Dominic, and finally Abby will. Yeah, now I'm not gonna lie. I thought Abby was going to lose it. I seriously thought Abby was going to lose it when she saw Tucker with Baby Dom. Hippie says Holly traded Miss Wu some diamonds to poison Victor. I wonder what he poisoned Victor. I wonder what she poisoned Victor with. Johnson says, "Did you know Maurice Bernard was on?" Yeah, I only learned that through the chat a couple of maybe about a month or so. I mean, I never watched AMC, but that's what people were saying in the chat, and I looked it up. So I always learn new stuff in the chat. That's what I love. One of the many things I love about this. And Monique says, if Sally gets pregnant with baby, will she do what Chelsea did to Adam and Dylan? I don't know what she did to them. Jessica says Dex need to take Michael's money and go. I don't know why he hesitating. I don't know if he seemed like he's stupid committed. And Jessica, I'm actually surprised because I thought that Dex would, I don't know, I guess pull like a Dante and start to actually really like him and stuff, and maybe not want to like take him down. Now, Alpha says yes, I was watching her. Oh, okay. Dolores says, Dolores, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. So I suspect Rory and Selena are related. That is the running theory. It'll be interesting if that's the case, though. Johnson says Chelsea was pregnant with Connor but tried to pass him off as Dylan. Oh, okay. I have a lot of backstory to catch up to. Dolly says Days really excel in driving into their history. You really get the vibe that all the characters history each other. Yeah. Dolly, yeah. I felt like that the first week I started watching the show. And I still get confused by some of the family dynamics and who's related to. I think that was the part I had the hardest part with. Yeah, Lisa, I'm like they're finally giving Finn another interesting storyline, so I'm with it. And I'm glad that Lisa, I'm glad that he said something because at this point it's like you know die by a bear mauling, really? And everyone was just like, okay, all right. So what were you doing on Tuesday? Like, come on, Daisy Flowers in the chat. How you doing tonight? Now, Hippie says yes, and also we haven't seen Rory, so makes me wonder if he has something to do with the Hope killings. I mean, what way, Hippie? I mean, it's kind of already established at this point. Maybe that is a woman. No, Spider Quake. That's Finn on B&B, Bold and Beautiful. I can see. Yeah, I see you're back. But yeah, no, that's a different fan. Monique says, "Can't wait till Sunny tells Cam about Josh." Oof, Monique, it's gonna be great. I gotta find a good. I gotta find a good snack for that. One day at a time, Daisy Flower. But I do want to thank you for being here, Dom. I do want to really thank you for being here. Always good to see you in the chat. Just take it a day at a time because I had it too, and it ain't good. DC says at this point, I'm liking the hook killer is still a thing. They're drawing this thing out. Yeah, DC. It's funny too because I'm talking to somebody at work, like a customer, and I was like, "Oh, you remember that hook killer?" And she was like, "Oh yeah," like she really forgot. Um, Medora says Dex seems to have a beef with Sunny that has nothing to do with Michael. Yeah, yeah. It seems like it's driven by something. Um, Now Jessica says we haven't had any hook killings in a while. Exactly, Jessica. Exactly. Like I said, I was talking to somebody at work, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the hook kill is supposed to be in like in a couple of days." She was like, "Oh yeah," like she genuinely forgot about the hook killings. Double C says, I heard Dex is really AJ's son out for revenge, but that's a rumor. Double C, where'd you hear that rumor from? I just, I'm sorry, Black, but yeah, no, that was hilarious, thing. That was hilarious. Interesting, Daisy Flower. Looks more like Dante. I don't know. I thought that he was gonna go that route, but of course, Daisy Flower. Of course, it's always good to see you, and you know, I wish you get better soon. Blackmon, yeah, this little piggy. She said a rhyme that I didn't. This little piggy had beef or something like that, and this little piggy stayed home. Um, Shauna says Michael had have tried to get Dex to quit. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's definitely personal. Ethel says Adam did something to his eye so he could be temporary. Jesus Christ, are you serious, Ethel? Now wonder why he felt so much of a kinship with Sally. Now DC says maybe Dex is the grandson of Sonny's ex stepdad Deacon or something. Remember his stepdad Deacon was a cop. Yep. Ellie says I heard a rumor Dex was going to be Sonny and Lily's son somehow. Now Jonathan says, "What if Dex is Alcazar's son?" Oh, Jonathan, I miss Alcazar so much. Lisa says Dex looks older than Michael. Is it in the eyes or just in general? Lady Flower says, "I have to say I'm Team Joss. Team Joss with as far as what between Joss and Michael or Joss and like what team? What team are we versing?" Um, Jessica says older than Michael. I don't see. Yeah, I didn't see it either. That's why I was thinking. Sounds like maybe in the eyes, but I'm just kind of grasping at straws. Now Shauna says Abby don't want to run Devon. Oh, don't want to rub Devon the wrong way. Kenya says that would be boss John. Okay. Dolly says it would be cool if a secretly alive Lily sent Dex to Bordeaux. Yeah, like was she like escaped the car bombing and then came like 30 to 40 years later on. Okay, maybe like 25 years. Shauna says Dex gonna get killed. Sonny don't care. And Dolores says AJ wasn't seeing anyone back then. I'm not convinced. Cheech has been known to rewrite history. After all, they made Jason a twin, and I was watching when Susan Moore gave birth to only one child. Yeah. Dolores, don't you hate that? When they sit there and they rewrite history, like you weren't there, you didn't actually watch it. It was just a figment of your imagination. Dolly says that's true. Okay. Now Jakara says, Albert, what do you think about Bella and Sean? I mean, it can be kind of boring sometimes. And it's sad when you need a third character to come in and make them interesting, like Jan Spears. It's the same thing when you had Brando and Sasha, and they were boring as hell. You got to bring in Gladys to sit there and make them interesting. Now Daisy Flower says we did the Dex thing with Taggart. Monique says I still think that Bella is Billy Child, not Kevin's. Remember, Chloe Cho stole Billy's sample. Jolie says, I still think that Avery should turn out to be, it had been Marcus anyway, that would have taken away. So, Jolie, what you're pretty much saying is that Sunny has too much kids. Well, that's pretty much what everyone in the chat is probably saying, too. Um, Laura says Lily was pregnant when the car got blown up, but Lily had dark hair. Sunny has dark hair. Dex does not have dark hair. I mean, Dolores, you really think that like they're gonna sit there and they're not gonna let a little thing like genetics actually stop them from making the plot go. Let's put it that way. Ethel says Kevin has a DNA test done and Bella is his daughter. Ethel, what show are we talking about? I know it sounds kind of dumb saying that, but we're talking about so many different shows and so many different characters, and you have Finn, and then you have Finn. So what show are we talking about? Now Johnson says Dex could be Julia's son, but who would be the mother though? Kim Nero? I mean, that baby done grew up really fast if that's the case. But Daisy Plus says Dex could be Brenda's son. Oh, okay, Apple. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm still. I'm still kind of new with Y&R. So, but thank you for giving me context, though, F1. Jakar says, I pray they don't put Sunny with Leo because it's going to be all wrong. Jessica says, I hope they don't make Dex anyone's son, really. I mean, Jessica, you don't think it'll be kind of like, you don't think it'll be, I guess Dex would make more of an impact on the show if he's tied to some character, some prominent families, some sort of prominent family in the show? I'm just being honest, Dolores. Um, D plus has facts, Albert. That's why I don't want Emma with Cam. That will be boring. Couple. Cam needs a bad girl. Yes, not a bad girl though. I mean, for a while, it felt like they kind of was saying they were kind of making Brooklyn a bad girl, but she wasn't really the bad girl. She was just. I don't want to sit there and say she was a screw up, but now Mel says Leo is going to start trouble between. Oh, Leo. Okay, Leo's going to start trouble between Sunny and Leo. But wait till Will comes home for Christmas. Grandma Marlena. Oh, okay. You know, Mel. Mel. I actually like Leo's character though. It took me a while, but I actually like Leo's character. Now, Daisy Flower says Albert there rapidly aging EJ. EJ was 3, and the next time we saw him, he was 40. EJ, what? Daisy Flower, what show are we talking about? Because I only know one EJ. And Tracy just says LOL. Medora says Sonny is bored with the show and is leaving. Why he is on every day and his acting hasn't been good with it. Hmm. I don't know, Medora. I guess for me, it's hard for me to sit there and tell. Maybe I just have blindness when it comes towards Sonny or Maurice Medora's character. So I rely on you for that. Um, Lady Flaw says Dex could be a casting seat. That would be interesting. Lisa says they should have made Dex Carly and Jason's son. Hmm. And Jessica says, why do these soap operas all use the same? Exactly. I mean, Jessica, up until a point, we had 3 victors, except for, you know, 3 victors. How many Nicks? 2? Johnson says, what if Dex is AJ and Courtney's son? That would make him Sonny's nephew. Spencer's half brother. Jonathan, I like that rumor. I mean, I like that theory. Oh, Days of Our Lives. Okay. Well, and what do you mean? Okay. Deja Flower says Days EJ was a baby on the show, and the next we saw him, he was a race car driver. Okay, that might have been before my time then. Um, Dora says, let's make Dex a twin. Cheese needs to like. I have no idea. Okay, I just missed a couple people. Um, TC says, I feel like the music storyline on GH with Brooklyn felt okay. Jessica P says GH needs to end some storylines. Yeah, but I mean, Jennifer P. Sorry, Jennifer P. Oh, Dolores, you actually missed now? Wow. Um, Jennifer P. They need to end some storylines, but they have way too many characters. So in reality, if they would trim half of the characters down, then it wouldn't have to feel like it would drag so much. Because it's not so much that the storylines need to end, they just need to trim the cast down. Now, Johnson says if Dex was Carly and Jason's son, that would literally make him and Josh say, oh, God, yes. I can see why you have that emoji there. Billy says don't think too hard about those Days of Lost Age. It will give you a headache. Yeah. Shauna said no, no, Esme enough. Yeah. Dora says we need a backstory for Dex. Yeah, I agree with that. Monique says I remember Steve said on an interview one time if he looks at a woman's bam, Tracy says I can't tell if Sonny is just getting old or if he doesn't want to be, but still, that's what I said, Tracy. Um, Yeah, that's the thing, Tracy. I have blindness when it comes towards studying. Like if the actor's having a bad day, I can really tell it. Like I can really tell. Jennifer P, I'm pretty sure we may have about the same scale. I mean, the same list. Now, Mel says, what if Eric gets Nicole pregnant with a miracle baby? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. DC says, I feel when they tried to go the sexual harassment role with Brooklyn storyline, I like that it's not going to make me more interested. The storyline still sucks. Yeah, DC. DC. I think the problem also is that I fell out of interest with those characters for a while, and I think it's just they have too many characters in the show, so it's like it's very hard for me to keep my attention if they're just gonna do the same BS over and over again. Now Johnson says I'd rather they just bring Jason back. Shannon says DNA test switch all the time. Sharon switched Summer test to Jack, but she was Nick. Jennifer P says I meant Sunny. Okay. Miles says, did you know that Kristen drugged Eric and slept with him when he was a priest? When he was a priest with Kristen looking like Nicole, but it was not Nicole. Yeah, Mel. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh, so bad. That's so bad. And I said this in my review earlier. I was like, the way that the way that Kristen was with there pressuring Brady into sleeping with him. I feel like if it was reversed, people would be so angry. Um, Jessica says Cam was never interesting to me. Really? Like not even once? King says feel kind of bad for Rory's character. He never got a fair shake as far as being fully fleshed out. I agree with that, King. I do, and it's weird too because they made so much of a big hype when it came towards Rory. Oh, Rory's gonna sit there and be Trina's new boyfriend. Trina still sitting there thinking about Spencer while this dude is literally in jail. I don't know, Kenya. Kenya, now let me ask you a question. Do you think that is because of the actor in the past that came up to light? Like, do you think he just was like they didn't invest much into him because of that? Yeah, it does. Daisy, yeah, you're right. But it seemed more like a mental. I guess just as bad when you really think about Daisy Flower. Jessica had another comment, but she erased it. Now DC says she's just trying to give good storylines, but it's all over the place. Also, I didn't know how they turned Douglas against Thomas. I felt hurt by that. Oh yeah, DC, you wasn't watching B&B, right? Like you watched the. How many soaps was you watching this week? Valerie says Sunny phoning added. Oh, phoning in at this point. Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't noticed, Valerie. I haven't. DC says speaking of you notice whenever Ridge yells on B&B, if you use some clothing, you can hear yes. I couldn't read that name, but yes. Really, Daisy Flower. He seemed like he's chill. Don't Dolly says Rory is just a plot device. He barely is a character. That's the big problem with GH. Most characters are walking plot devices. Hmm. Monique says Josh and Dex sleeping together the first time, finding out they were related. Oh, anything is possible in self and look at Whitney and Chad from Passion. So I'd rather not, but I heard, and that just seemed like a really sick storyline that apparently people are okay with. People are okay with incest, like back in the past. I don't get that. DC said I watched all four soap ops last week, and this week I'm just catching up, so I may do a live this weekend. Really, DC? We're gonna have to sit there and have a chat. Well, no, I'll put it this way, DC. Unless you want to do a live by yourself, like if you just want to just do your own live, then that's cool. But if you want to sit there and do a live together, let me know. Now, Dolores D. Okay. JG Plus says Thomas always used Douglas. He did it with Beth storyline, and now this. Yeah, he says, what did you think of Jada's abortion storyline and Nicole being the reason why she got one? DC, I felt like it was a really scumbag move for what Nicole did, but at the end of the day, I agree with AJ. She didn't put a gun to her head, and she knew exactly what she was doing, and she did it anyway. But I will sit there and say this. Jada is, her body, her choice, and I respect that. Yeah, Daisy Fly, I did not understand that. And people were hmm, people were actually okay with that. Now Jennifer P says, do you know no, oh never mind, you're talking about DC. Alright, DC, we'll work it out. Um Flores D says so should writers go with story driven storylines or character driven? Honestly, tell you the truth, I would sit there and say character driven storylines because the characters actually. I'll sit there and say, "Oh, Janet is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Janet? Stopping by for a few. Hope you had a good night. Hope you had a good day so far. Character driven because it's the characters that makes especially with GH. Exactly, though. We're saying. Tracy says, I like when the two of you do show together. Hopefully, the two work something out. Yeah, no, me too. DC's my guy, so I definitely always love him there doing videos and bouncing ideas and stuff like that off each other. So I definitely, I definitely want to do another one with um. He says, I okay. Now Jakara says, Albert, I gotta go. You have a good night, Jakara. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing more of your work. She says, I get why Jada did it. I'm sure it's uncomfortable to have a baby with someone who, yeah, no, yeah, I mean, DC, I looked at it this way. Regardless of what her reasons was, it was her reasons. And I respect that. I didn't respect how she was acting with Eric when he was trying to be nice and understanding. That pissed me off more than anything else. Um, Mel says, I laugh when Thomas gets fired from the oh yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't. I mean, when Riz said, we got to rethink your role in the company, this dude literally just came off a high with with a hope. After all the buzz and everything like that they got, nah. DC says, why did Jada reaction to Eric piss you up? Because he was trying to be nice and helpful and understanding, and he literally got that news out of nowhere. And she was like, "Oh well, next time we meet, I may not be so friendly." Okay, cool. Kick rocks then. Like, no, I didn't. No, hell no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Now, Dolly says DC. Okay, no, Days have been leading with characters a lot lately. That's why there's a lot have been. Yeah, It got to be character driven. I 100% agree with that. Daisy Flow says Cam and Trina have no chemistry. That's probably why it didn't work out, I guess. The first time around. Now Angelique says, so how is Dex gonna stay away from Josh now? Johnson says EJ and Xana will should have a quite a showdown when EJ finds out. Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy, Jonathan. What if they bring back another sword fight? I mean, I know it was a '90s or an '80s thing, but they can work it out. Keenan says Cam and okay, our friends only. Yeah. Now Daisy Flower says, "Our spoiler alert: Thomas is going to show the door." What does that mean? Dolores says, "Is Cam still in the shit?" Yeah. Dolores. Apparently, he's a reoccurring character from what the chat said. Mel says it's so funny that Nicole could forgive EJ for killing Daniel Jones, but Eric can't forgive Nicole about the baby situation. Hmm. You know, Mel, I was about to be very quick to judge, and I had to think about that for a minute. Like, you're, I was like, no, you actually kind of got a point. Lisa says Cam and Trina almost had something. Yeah. Now DC said, "Damn, Robert, so you would tell Jada to kick rocks after she just had her." I mean, yeah, yeah, I would, DC. I really would, because that attitude was unwarranted. I'm not gonna. Here's the thing, DC. I'm not gonna sit there and be nice and kind to someone and try to be understanding after they just told me and didn't even, just didn't even give me a heads up. Oh, by the way, I had a procedure. Oh, I just felt like he was gonna talk me out of it. I didn't say to my body, my choice. When I just said to her, I'm totally fine with that. You damn right I would sit there and tell her to kick rocks without socks. And I would sit there and say that with authority. You damn right I would sit there and do that. Ain't no way how you gonna sit there and disrespect me like that after I'm sitting there trying to be nice to you. Mm-mm. Yeah, cold damn hell. See, chat, this is why I always sit there and say that DC is a nice one between us two. DC is much more understanding than I am. Now, Dolly said Jada is pissed because he just dumped her for Nicole to their exes. No, no, I mean, Dolly, I get it. I'm not just saying that she doesn't have a right to sit there and be upset about the whole dumping thing, but I'm like, y'all only been going out for like how long? And even with that being said, even if it's about the time difference or whatever, it really just comes down to the fact that this is a child that's involved. Both of their childs that's involved when you really think about it. And most people would have been pissed off. Like some guys would have been pissed off. They would have been really mad. They would have been angry. They would have been emotional. And they would have been sitting there considering her feelings first. But Eric did. Eric did sit there and consider her feelings first. And that's the response that he got. So, yeah. Monique says it's funny to me. Okay. King says maybe a Cam, Spencer, and Trina could have been a thing if Cam have never gotten with if Cam has never gotten with Cam. Oh, okay, all right. I was like, what? Now DC says, but I felt Nicole knew what she was doing. No, no, no. She definitely did. She definitely did, DC. I'm not just saying that she's blameless, but DC, even Jada was like, she probably did that for her own selfish reasons. So she wasn't stupid when she did that. Candace says if Cam had never gotten okay. DC says no. Daisy Flood says a triangle needs to have chemistry on all sides. Cam had no chemistry with Trina. Okay. DC says when I saw Eric pick up the bottle, I was like, oh, okay. So that's where we're going. DC, I'm not gonna lie. When he picked up that bottle, somehow that just hurt me. Like that just straight up hurt me. And that was good on them. That was good on the rights. Now, Double C said Jada was wrong for what doing that. She basically took it out on an innocent child. Hmm. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go there. Um. Now, Johnson says so. Now you know that Eric killed Daniel Jones while he was drunk. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people in the chat actually told me that, and then I was caught up. I was caught up. That's why I love doing these lives because there's things that I don't know about some of these soap operas, some history and stuff, and people will sit there and give me hints and clues and just tell me stuff, and that helps me with my reviews. DJ Flaw says Thomas creations are or belongs to Forrester. Okay? DC says I feel Jada may be Steve's daughter, and it's going to be a while before they reveal it. Hopefully, it don't take too long. Now, Shauna says, Lisa, yes, Tommy. Okay. Dolly says, I'm just waiting for Sammy to come to town and tell Eric that she was right about Nicole. Yeah. Because, Dolly, you know that Sammy will be the first person to sit there and say, I'm not going to say I told you so, but, screw it. I told you so. She would totally do that. I mean, Dolly, we just got to sit there and wait until she gets away from those Lifetime movies or Hallmark movies or whatever movies that she does. DC says, what do you think of the Chanel storyline last week and how it progressed? It was good. I enjoyed it. I was sitting there talking to a couple of people, and I did realize that I might have went a little too hard on Chanel. I mean, yeah, I didn't like the fact that she just kind of went on with her life and she just partied it up or whatever. But she was young. The dude, it was clearly a power dynamic, and she didn't mean to kill Sloane's Sloane's mother. But Paulina, no, she's getting all the smoke that she deserves. Daisy Flowers says, Sammy has no room to talk. That's true, but she's gonna do it anyway. Johnson says the truth is neither Riz, Steffi, or Thomas are biologically Forresters. Yeah, I've heard about that. Billy says when it comes to Eric Cole, I'm starting the Sammy was right. Hashtag Sammy was right. Hmm. Dolly, I may actually use that in my descriptions. I actually use that in my descriptions. And DC says, honestly, I'm sad they killed off Ava because I was loving her and Johnny. They didn't kill her off though, DC. You didn't watch last week's episode, right? Like you saw the bullet casing. Kenya says Cam needs a clean slate with someone completely new. As long as they take somebody else off the show, I'm totally okay with that. Daisy Flower says Cam and Josh have more chemistry. That is why they went that way. The chemistry has gone. Dex and Josh are hot. She says, see, I feel Chanel deserved to be arrested because she was still carrying herself reckless. If you get away with killing someone, you should keep a low profile. I did watch last week, but Ava came to EJ, but no, it wasn't. At first, DC, at first, I thought it was. But then when you saw the bullet casing on the ground when they were struggling for the gun, I realized it was real. I mean, DC, I'm not. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, Chanel definitely deserves to pay. There's an accountability that does need to happen. with Chanel. I do agree with that. You know, accident or not, it still needs to happen. But I'm saying I don't feel like she deserves like years in jail. But she's not entirely innocent. Let's put it that way. Now, Justice H. Ridge, biological father, is a character that I cannot pronounce. Who? Oh, Maroney. Stefano from Days. Oh, wow. Now, Mel. Yeah, okay. Yes. Johnson DC said that too. He told me about that. Mel says two wrongs don't make a right when it's fair. Hmm. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right unless I'm involved in it, and then I'm just going to decide if it makes a right or wrong, and I may just decide to do whatever the hell I want. Daisy Flower says Cam can move to California and be with Eric. Daisy Flower says, "Oh, Emma, okay." How about sit there and say we write new characters for the show? Lisa M. No, Emma and Spencer. Earlier says Ava's storyline was a good example of Days using character-driven storyline. Ava's issues with EJ was streaming from her history with men. That's a good point. That's a very good point. DC says, I honestly feel like after what happened to Lonnie, that should have been the time that Abe should fire Melinda Trash. Trash. I always pronounce her name Melinda. I mean, yeah, DC, I'm not gonna lie. When Paulina was like, "Oh, you should sit there and fire Melinda," I was like, Paulina, it's that type of thinking that got your daughter in this position in the first place. Like, seriously. DC said Emma was once with Cam when they were young. Yeah, I heard about that. Back when you had the different Spencer that I didn't like. Digifloss's actor is recurring and is more interested in music. If GH is on years from now, Cam and Josh may get back together. DC says Melinda makes those cases so personal sometimes. I'm like, damn lady, who are uh DC, you're right, but Melinda looks good. So I'll deal with a lot of her being extra. Hippie says I remember watching an old episode when Brenda was pregnant and Dante covered Sonny and Brenda and said it was his kid. Yeah, I remember that. That was during Hippie, that was during the Vulcan line story. That was during the Vulcan storyline. Now Shauna says how long Spencer got. Hippie says so I think Dex is Brenda and Sonny's kid. The sad thing is I wouldn't put it past Brenda. I really wouldn't. Mel says you can't judge a book by its cover when everyone has done horrible things and acts like they're angels. Dolly says Paulina is the one that is in the wrong. Snell situation, Paulina and the school are responsible for the cover up and obscuring. Yeah. Dolly, I remember seeing you in the comment section. I was like, you know what? You have a good point. I remember seeing one of my comment sections on Days of Our Lives. Lisa says they should recast Britt instead of writing her off. Lindsay would be a good recast. Lisa, I would sit there and say no, but they did it with Alex, and I'm cool with it. DC says, so you're okay with Melinda being a you know what because she looks good. Got it. I see where. Um, oh, DC, you're funny. You're funny, DC. See, this is why we got to do another live together. We got to do another live together, DC. And you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm cool with being on your channel. So, not like I'm not cool with being on your channel. So we'll definitely see what your weekend is like, and we'll go from there. Because we got to sit there and we got to have another talk. Now, Deja Flaw says the Balkan son was Brenda's baby daddy. Hmm. Monique says Paulina, that's who Jack. Yes, yes, Monique. Yep. I keep forgetting that her name is actually Jackie Harris. Like I also used to call her Paulina. I was like Jackie Harris. What the hell are you talking? I was like, oh yeah. Um, Deja Flaw says hippie. Brenda. Okay. Kelly. Yeah, Paulina. Yeah, I know. I just every time. Hmm. Now Mel says Melinda's daughter got killed by Kristen, who was with JJ, thinking is getting revenge. Hendrix? I'm gonna call you Hendrix. Can somebody explain Laura's family tree for me? Laura on GH Hendrix? We got a new person in the chat. I feel like there should be some sort of ringing ding bell whenever I get somebody new in the chat that I haven't seen before. I don't know. Because here's the thing, Hendrix. Laura is connected to two families. Nicholas is her son. Um, so she has a bit of she's connected to the Cassadines, but also Lucky is her son, and that connects her to the Spencers, along with um, I was gonna say Lulu, but she's not on the show anymore. So yeah, Laura's a Spencer, but she has Nicholas. Nicholas is her son also by Starbros. I think that's his name. Let me know if in the chat if that's correct. Oh, also Hendrix, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Oh, Nikisha, Laura was a Weber. Oh, thank you, Nikisha. Laura says, "What do you know about Laura?" I remember when she first. Okay, and I just lost it. Now, thank you for correcting me, Nikisha. Yeah, Daisy Flaw says Laura is a Weber by adoption. She first married Scott and left him for Luke. Jennifer P says Bobby Nurse is her sister-in-law. Now, DC says she's also the stepdaughter of Rick Weber when Leslie was married to him, making her somewhat family with Elizabeth too. And also, Elizabeth is the mother of Bio's grandson, Aiden. Yeah, I feel like the chat would do a much better job as far as explaining Laura's history because I was like, it's gonna take a while. But thank you for joining, Hendrix. Dolores says Laura came in as a teenager when Leslie was married to Rick Weber. DC says this week with Ava and Susan driving off the cliff was one of the best weeks in soap operas we've seen in a while. To me, it was excellent. So yeah, it was DC. This was one of those things where it's like, you know what, DC? Well, thank you for being here, Hendrix. DC, it reminded me of must watch TV. Nate is in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight, bro? Thank you for being here. Hendrix, if I haven't said that enough. He's now Double C says off subject. Cody acts more like Luke than he is Matt. I agree with that. Double C. That I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And Johnson says Leslie is Laura's mother. Laura says her half sister was Amy, a busybody, dizzy nurse. Yes, Dolores. And the second Amy was supposed to be like a remnants or like a throwback to the first one, right? Now, DC says yes, this week was must watch TV. They even showed the car going over the cliff. We haven't gotten those types of graphics. And so yes, that is true. Now Graham says he really does act like Luke. Yes, Luke, yes, he does. That's what I said. Yeah. Great observation there. Great observation. Is that exactly Jennifer B, but that's what I said. Great observation. And Dolores, I mean, yeah, Dolores says Nicholas' dad was Starbros. They kept her locked up in Greece for 15 years. Jesus Christ. Wow. Jessica says, why did the Castellans kidnap her? You know, that's a good point, Jessica. Like, Castellans love kidnapping people. I mean, I know, Esme is bad and stuff like that, but still, she's also pregnant too. DC says, yeah, Luke was a deadbeat and a bum, and Cody. Now, Nikki says that's how the Cassadine course. DC, we gotta get Nikisha on our stream at some point. Monique says, I still remember when Sonny told Johnny that Claudia is his mother and not his sister. What? Whoa! I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Claudia is Johnny Sakara's mother and not his sister. Can somebody explain that to me in the chat? Like, is that true? Now, Johnson says on days Jan Spears electrocuted victim. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of seriously, Jennifer B. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, damn. His his grandpappy. Okay, I like it. No, Nicole, Nikisha, I really did. I might have forgot. I think if anything, I forgot. But no, I don't remember that. I mean, that's a scumbag thing for him to do, but yeah, Monique, just yeah, Jessica, who is the father? Wow. Yeah, Nikisha, I was like, wow. Yeah, Daisy Flower, some low level um mobster. Monster, really, when you really think about it. Oh, okay. Okay, Nikisha, okay. DC says it's okay. I remember when Melissa, Nikki, and Deacon are exes from B&B and why not? That blew my mind. Yeah, it's still. I'm not gonna lie, DC. That's still kind of taking me a minute to just digest. Guy Anthony wanted to deal with. Oh, Gino. Thank you, Nate. Nate coming through with the facts. Thank you. Now, Jocelyn said, how do you think Willow will feel knowing that she had a Jonathan, I cannot appreciate you enough for being in this chat tonight. Monique says, you ever watched Pete and best old British guys spitting bars nothing to do with soaps? No. You know, it's Janet, I'll probably sit there and say Adam. Just because I feel like people want it to be Nick. So it'll probably be Adam. And Dolores says both. DC says, but I remember when Nikki and Abby were sleeping with the same guy a few years ago on B&B. He was Ray's younger brother. It's funny, Monique, because you used to talk about British. I think the one show I used to like back in it. What's good, Kevo? How's the music going? The one show I used to like back in the day was this show called Torchwood, like the UK version. I don't know, made me thought of that. Now, DC, yeah, Janet, it definitely will be interesting. DC says, so guys, maybe Willow is having these issues because, oh, wow. Nikisha says, if Sally had a baby by Nick, then Nick gotta give Christian to Adam. Yeah, Nikisha, I don't understand why is Nick keeping his son from why is Nick keeping Adam's son from him? I don't understand that. They haven't talked about it, they haven't brought it up, and Adam just seems like he's totally fine about it. Kevo says I got a eyeball wide shield from oh nice, okay. I look forward to it, Kevo. Kev, I am so impressed because I didn't know you actually had a channel. I'm like I feel so dumbfounded, but I'm also just like I'm just wishing you all this. Yeah, of course, Kevin. I'm wishing you all the success. Like seriously. Now, Nikki says Adam don't care about Christian. Adam didn't care about Sage. Oh wow. But he's so much into Connor though. Like Nikisha, you do realize when that child grows up, he's going to resent Adam like there's no tomorrow. Um, DC says so. That's my whole thing about Adam. Should understand Chelsea wanting to build a relationship with Johnny, since Adam also gave away custody of Christian to Nick. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, but DC has Adam tried to have a relationship with Christian or just no? Yes, WC. God, I used to love Torchwood. I never, the thing was, I was never able to get into Doctor Who. I tried a couple of times, and I was just never able to do it. But Torchwood was my show. I watched every single episode. Plus, um, even when it came on Stars, and I was actually so annoyed um when they canceled it. I mean, WC, like I said, I can go on for hours about Torchwood. Digiflesh says Christian knows that Adam is his dad. Has he tried to have a relationship with him? Now Kenya says so Adam's trash. I mean, if he didn't try to have a relationship with him. Now Lisa says that's not true. Adam does care about Adam wants to tell Christian the truth. Oh, Nick Stockton. Wow. Now Shauna says yes. Luke found out Sonny told Johnny. Wow. I'm still blown by that. Now Mel says Sharon married Nick, Jack, Victor, Dylan, Ray, but not Adam. Nick, Jack, Victor. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of I'm not gonna sit there and say what I was thinking. I'm just gonna let that go. John says Adam tried to get back to Christian's life when he came back to town after being presumed dead. Keisha says no, Adam never tried. And it's because he was believed to be dead when Christian was born. So when he came back, he agreed to leave things as they were, with Christian believing Nick is his dad. Now Johnson says yes, Adam tried to regain custody of Christian. And he says we don't even see Christian on the show that much. He said yes, Adam was trash, but in a sexy leading man way. Dave Flash says Carly was the one who found out about Johnny. Oh wow. Sharon and Adam were married. Kevin says I'll text you G&G. Okay. All right. I look forward to it, Kevo. Keep up the good work, Kevo, for real. Mel says, okay, Sharon and Adam was married. DC says, I love how the whole chat is divided over. Rather, exactly. Like I said, DC. I'm new to the show. I am. I'm a year into it. So Monique says, women on soaps get pregnant by these men looking, knowing who they are, and then want to do the whole he's dangerous, can't be around him by child thing. Exactly, Monique. Like Sam. Like Sam. Like Sonny. I don't know about days with Victor because apparently he used to be in the mob, apparently. Now Shauna says Sharon married Victor and Jack. That's all I gotta say about that, Shauna. Daisy Flower says the Christian custody battle was a major storyline. Yeah, I feel like I missed it. Cavill says it's always positivity. No, of course, Cavill. I feel kind of dumb because I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Because I would have been promoting that for a hot minute if I knew. Daisy Flower says the whole family was against. That's yeah. It seemed like Daisy Flower. It seemed like the family is still against Adam. Now, Nikki says, I don't want Sally to get pregnant. Really, every woman doesn't have to have kids. I want Sally to have a good career and thrive that way. Hmm. You bring up a good point, Nikisha. I mean, I'm still not okay with the whole breakup sex thing, but okay. And Johnson says Adam literally told Christian that he was his father. All right, I feel like I'm getting so many different contradictions from. I mean, because Johnson's saying that he did, then somebody else said that he didn't. So, Kevo, I hope I can catch up to your subs because you're killing it with the subs. So I hope I can get up to you one day. He says, yeah, yeah. Tell Albert that breakup sex is a real. All right, I gotta sit there and ask this question. I mean, Nikisha said that breakup sex is a real thing. I didn't think that breakup sex is a real thing, but Sally decided, hey, Adam, let's try this one more time if this works out. And the only way we can do that is clearly by having mattress tag. I didn't think that was a thing, but okay. Um, don't get me started with Sam. She been 90% of the men. Well, double C, not Michael yet. Okay, double C. There's still a chance. Nate says Sally is starting to feel useless on Y&R. Becky, okay. Johnson said Adam didn't want to keep playing tug of war with Nick. So for Christian's sake, he stepped back and let Nick continue. Oh, okay. No, it's right. Like I said, I didn't know that was a thing. Now Nikki said, yeah, ain't ever did next. Yeah, ain't ever didn't ask to see if it was worth giving it another shot. Uh, I feel like I can't even answer that. Now, Kevo says when you get a play button one day, I'm gonna send a wave. Thank you, Kevo. Thank you. Kevo, I have to tell you, I appreciate you, Kevo, because you've been, yeah, I would. But Kevo, I do appreciate you, Beto. I do because you've been with me for a hot minute. And I was thinking about, I was like, I hope I get to sit there and see Kevo tonight because you've been with me for a hot minute. And I appreciate you being here. Like when I started off, I had like maybe like 100 something subs, and Kevo was there. Oh yeah, no, Spiderquake. I was definitely. I'm still speechless about that. I need to actually sleep on that because that is. I need to sleep on that because Nikisha is definitely teaching me something new. But the chat teaches me something new that I just don't know about. Stuff that I don't know about. So, Digi Plus is, I think, kind of knows that Christian is his brother. Is his is his brother. Um, yeah, no, that's why I said DC Kevo's been with me for a hot minute. Like when I think I had like 90 something to like 100 subscribers. Um, Kevo was with me. Yeah, Becky D. Now I know better. That is true. Always learn something new. Yeah, Kevo. I haven't seen any of their videos lately. Samuel's in the chat. What's good, Samuel? How you doing tonight? You know, I rock with Samuel. Yeah, me too. I've been on here for 2 hours, but I'll say this much, Samuel. I love having you in the chat. I love you having you in the chat because Samuel is a Nina fan and I'm a Carly fan. And we can sit there and go back and forth about it. But at the end of the day, it's never where it's like it's like animosity or just like people being really angry at each other. And then I love that. Now, at least as I remember, kind of tried to hurt. What? DC says, I'm sorry, but when I break out with an ex, or ex, uh, Jennifer P. I'm a Nina fan. And of course, DC is a Nina fan. Spider Quake is also a Nina fan. Mel says, I don't believe in the whole breakup sex thing. It's not real, just a fantasy. Well, according to Nikisha, it's real. So Samuel says Nina was right about Willow's last week. Well, what do you mean that Willow? What do you mean that Nina was right about Willow last week? How was she right? I mean, because how is she right about badgering a pregnant woman to go out and help Sasha with whatever crap she was doing? Janice, Nina fan, Spiderquake says exactly. I seriously want to wait. I want to wait for that answer. I'm actually kind of on pins and needles about that. Um, Jennifer Peace, no. Jennifer P says, I'm hoping Weeping Willow gets the hook. Digi Plus says, Willow is the least selfish person on the show. Johnson says, Do you think Michael will shift his anger from Sonny to Carly? Hopefully. I'm like, yo, Johnson, I'm like, give Carly that same energy that you were giving Sonny. Now, Hippie says Willow is sick, but she should tell people. She should. Now, Spiderquake says Nina probably thought that Willow said no because she hates her. Or maybe she said no because she's pregnant. I'm not, here's the thing, Spiderquake. I'm not simply trying to be like a dick or anything like that, but she's pregnant, she's tired, her feet are probably swollen. I just don't understand how it's a mixture of both. Now, Deja Flower says, keep your illness to yourself is something people do in real life. No, I mean, I agree with that, Deja Flower, but she's already lied about her illness to Michael. Enough of the lies. Like, seriously. Um, she says they tried to keep Willow. They tried to make Willow the next Robin. It's not working. They tried with Trina as well. There's only Robin. There's only there's only there's only Robin, folks. Now Samuel says Willow craves attention by always playing the woo B role. Okay, Willow is sick, but Willow is always looking for something to save her. Somebody to save her. Willow wants to harbor all the attention. How? Sammy, give me some examples of when she wants to actually um when she actually wants attention. I mean, again, Sammy, I wanna understand how you feel that Nina badgering a pregnant woman. Jennifer B says, for me, Albert, I heard enough of Willow's character. I'm tired of her. Sammy says Willow was doing that ish before she got pregnant and sick. Yeah, I mean, I get that, Samuel, but we're not talking about before. We're talking about now. And I want to know now on what planet. Okay, so chat, on what planet is it okay to badger a pregnant woman about helping somebody out with decorations? And how is Nina in the right for doing that? I really want to know. Jennifer P says Willow fake. Fake what? Um, DC says Willow could be a little nicer to Nina though. The woman had a rough life. DC, she's. uh, yeah, Nikisha, I'm just like I don't understand on what planet are we sitting there pretending that Nina was in the right of. I don't think she did it on purpose. No, she didn't do it on purpose, by the quake. That's just Nina being Nina. But I just don't understand how people are sitting there saying that it's okay. I don't know if I'm actually gonna understand that. Okay, now no, Nikisha, she didn't. Um, Becky D says it's not okay, Nina. It's just so self-absorbed. I mean, Jennifer P says no one knows she's sick but butthead Mikey. But that's not the Jennifer P. Let's just take the cancer thing aside. Okay, she's pregnant. Spyquack says also it's not Nina's fault. Willow passed out. Nikisha, you can look at Willow and she wasn't well. Being pregnant is like being sick anyway. Okay. All right. DC says true. She shouldn't have come to Willow's house, but I feel Nina had good intentions. I think I'm biased with Nina because she brings out the best in Sunny. Spiderquake says no one told Willow to yell at Nina. So we're blaming the pregnant woman for defending herself against another woman who is bad. Okay. All right. I feel like at this point, I need to start bringing wine with me or some sort of alcohol beverage because that is the only way. That is the only way that any of that is going to make sense to me. Um, and you know what? I can't even sit there and say this is one of those things where Simon says we hate Willow Albert. That's all. Willow is effing annoying. I mean, hmm. I mean, Sammy, I'm not a fan of Nina either, but and Nina can annoy the hell out of me as well. But I'm not gonna sit there and you know what? I just feel like maybe I need to start actually having some drinks. I'm not even gonna go there. Johnson says Nina doesn't respect boundaries. I mean, yeah, like the fact that she's pregnant. That's definitely one of them. Um, have a good night, Janet. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you being here. DC says, I honestly don't mind Willow. I will say she just a great value. Robin to me. I don't know what that means. Spike Quick says, plus Willow could have kicked Nina out the house, but she wanted to yell. Jennifer P says, the less Willow says, the better. Keisha says, I don't like Willow, but I don't wish Nina on anyone. Angelique says, Albert, you know I love more characters, but Willow, they can take her. Samuel says Nina treats them the way they do because of how they treated her when it came to her grandchild. Nina doesn't need to respect boundaries of people who berated her every chance they got. Okay, so at this point, everything is just. How do I sit there and say it? Tracy says, I feel like I need to start bringing wine. Yeah, I feel like I need to start bringing some wine too. I feel like I need to start bringing wine too, because I mean, this is I feel like this is one of those things where I can't even sit there and say I agree to disagree because on no planet, no universe whatsoever, I don't understand how Nina berating a pregnant woman. Forget the cancer part for a second. Berating a pregnant woman is okay. Like here's the thing. Even if I didn't like Willow, I don't see that working out in any universe. But you know, everyone has their opinions, and we don't always have to agree on everything. So it is what it is. King says Willow is no way like Robin Scorpion. Not a fan of Willow, but I really don't understand why Nina can't leave her alone though. Um, he says Nina is a bully. Nina bullied Willow and got her fired when Charlotte was bullying Aiden. Well, she didn't get her fired from that, but I didn't like the fact that she was bullying. I didn't like the fact that Nina was bullying Willow with the whole Aiden thing. Quake says I was on her side at that time. Okay. Jennifer P says Albert for sakes of Albert, for sake of argument, what was wrong with Nina asking for help for Sasha and Nina? Nina was respectful. Well, here's the thing, Jennifer P. she started off being respectful, right? She started off being respectful. And she was like, hey, can you sit there and help out? And she was like, well, I can't really do it or whatever. The point is, Nina asked um, Willow about, about helping out. And she said no. And she should have ended it right then and there. When she said no, that actually means no. That doesn't mean sit there and keep asking the same question over and over and over again. Especially if this woman doesn't even want to be on her feet. Why would she ask that in the first place is beyond me. But you ask a question and somebody says no, let it go. Instead, she wants to sit there and keep going on and on and on and on and on. You have the perfect life, this, that, and the third. She's pregnant. Leave it alone. Like, why are you sitting there badgering this woman who is pregnant? No means no. That's that's the bottom line. No means no. And if a woman is pregnant, don't keep asking the same questions over and over and over again. Um, Now, Tracy says, honestly, I don't really have a chance to watch the soaps much anymore. I just enjoy listening to your shows. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do. And I know I went off on a tangent for a little bit, and I didn't get a chance to reply to a lot of people's comments, and I apologize for that. Jennifer P., I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate Samuel being here, and Spiderquake. I appreciate everyone being here. Because, again, we don't always agree on the same things all the time. And that's okay. That's okay. But I do want to thank everyone for just being here in general and just chopping it up with me. But with that being said, it's like 10:30 and I really should have been in bed a long time ago. Um, and also my laptop is at like 19%. So yeah, I think I'm gonna sit there and probably end the stream right now. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. No, I mean, Sam, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I don't think that Nina is like the worst thing ever. I can definitely agree with that. Thank you, Becky D. I really appreciate you being in here. Have a good night. Nikisha, thank you for joining. Thank you, Samuel, for joining. It was great chopping it up with you as always. Yes, DC. We definitely do have a good time. Thank you, Becky D. Hopefully I get to see you again. Have a good night, Angelique. Let me know how the channel's going. When you get it started, I'm definitely going to promote you on my channel. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for joining. It was great seeing you. Randall's in the chat. Yeah, we've been talking for a hot minute. Have a good night, Hippie. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Samuel, again. Monique, Daisy Flower, Tracy, Steves, DC. It's great seeing everyone. Definitely see you on the next episode. Fun as hell. Damn right, Spider Quick. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. You too, Jennifer P. It was great seeing you again. Monique says stage wanted Nick to raise Christian because he was a good guy. Yeah, he does seem like a good guy. Of course, I've only been watching it for a little bit, so thank you, DC. Thank you. It was great. You have a good night, DC. Yeah, Samuel. It was great. Thank you, Dolores, for joining. Spidey Quick says hashtag Team Nina. Thank you, Jennifer P. Yes, so if you can hit the like button on the way. Wow, 28 likes. My God, I love you people. Oh, okay, yeah. Nate. Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna sit there and try to stop by on Dion's corner if I, wake up or whatever. Because I like to sit there and hit up my guy Dion. All right. I've been talking for way too long. Yeah. DC actually do like McDonald's. We're gonna start having some wine parties next year when I get my driver's license renewed. Um, Monique says new Transformers coming out. Yes, Monique. Actually, I do want to actually watch the new Transformers movie. I in Guardians of the Galaxy. Mel is back. Monique, hopefully I get to see you in the next chat because we're gonna talk about that new Transformers movie or the new trailer because I actually want to see it. And I've been over Transformers since Transformers 5, and I didn't watch the new Bumblebee one, but I do want to watch this one now. All right, I've been talking for way too long. Yes, if you can hit the like button on your way out, I really do appreciate that. But I do appreciate everyone being in the chat. Stay safe. You too, Nate. It was good seeing you. Hippie says 7 p.m. Um, well, I know it's 10:30 in New York time. DC says, "Well, Albert, ever seen Nina's side of the story?" DC, I'm a lot more balanced when it comes towards characters than um most people are. I'll say that much. I will sit there and give myself a little toot on a half on a toot on a. I will sit there and give myself a compliment about that. Have a good night, Lisa. Um, Mel says Indiana Jones 5, and Mel, I actually kind of want to see the Willow series, even though I'm not a huge Magic fan. Have a good night, Shauna. Thank you for joining, and thank you again for joining, Mel, and everyone here. Oh, Hippie. So Central. Okay, Pacific time is 8 p.m. and Standard Time. No, Eastern Pacific. 5 p.m. Eastern. Um, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Oh, I definitely will, Tracy. Thank you. So yeah, I just like for me, I'm in New York time, so it's like 5 p.m. East. I mean, it's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. But Hippie, where do you live at, though? Hippie, what area do you live in? And maybe I could sit there and try to look up your. And I try to put up like a little special thing for my posts for community tabs. Mel says, "Get drunk and be someone." All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sit there and call us a wrap on the stream, but stay safe, everyone, and I look forward to seeing everyone in tomorrow's stream. And thank you, everyone, for joining. Missouri, okay. Let me write that. Hippie says it's 7 your time that I believe. Oh, okay. Mel says I'm in Texas Central Time, so it's 9:34 here. Okay. All right, Hippie, I'm gonna sit there and look up the Missouri time, and that's what I thought. Okay. All right, Hippie, I'll keep you in mind when I do posting stuff like that, so this way you know. And Monique says Chi-Town here. Chi-Town, like as in Chicago? Very quick says one of my PS friends lives in Missouri. I believe it's 7 p.m. for Hippie. Okay. Thank you, Spider Quake. I love my subscribers so much. I really, really do. Um, Thank you, Spiderquake. You are a rock star. Becky D says upper left corner here. No, for real. Spiderquake is definitely one of my rock stars. So, all right. I try to make them fun, DC. I really do, and I'm trying to um just be more better at it. Thank you, DC. Thank you. I was hoping that you was gonna sit there and do a live at some point. So, like I said, if you do, we'll talk about it in the tax. We'll talk about it in the tax stuff. About this weekend. But yeah. Now I appreciate everyone. I love all my subscribers, and I am eternally grateful for having everyone here. Hippie says 9:30. Okay. Thank you, Becky D. And I'm grateful to have you part of the group. So I'm grateful to have you part of the group because you are also making this group really great. All right, I gotta actually go to bed at this point now. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna be a very happy camper in the morning. So have a good night, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I will see everyone in the next stream, next live stream, because that just sounds all sorts of. I'm just gonna shut up and just end this live now.